everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Here to do my wax empties and unempties. So everything that I melted this week. As usual, I will do my empties first and my unempties. Apologies if you can hear my heater over there. It is very cold. Winter has, or cold for where I live. Maybe not cold compared to where some of you live. Winter has definitely hit with a vengeance. We normally get a nice kind of easing into it, and then it gets cold in mid to late June. No, it started in May, so yeah, I'm all rubbed up and the heater's on, and yeah. Anyway, so empties first. I don't have many empties, I think, because the last few weeks I was focusing on finishing things. This week my box was more kind of oriented to some newer stuff, or just not finishing things basically. But there are a few empties. So starting with caramel pipe tobacco from Kay. So this is the scent I really like, but it's probably too light. It's a beautiful tobacco scent. Like the sweet caramel note to it just makes it so warm and so cozy. I remember I really fell in love with this the first time I melted it. I don't remember the throw being that awful then either, but yeah, I melted it in my office. And I could smell it, but it was pretty light. So it's probably not going to be a repurchase, because I think this is the second or third time now I've melted it and just haven't had good enough throw from it, but it is a really lovely scent. Sample of L3 apple butterscotch cake butter brickle. So I did this in this room as well, in my office. It wasn't bad, considering I'm not a fan of like butterscotch or butter brickle. It actually was better than I thought it would be. It just kind of smelled like a caramel apple bakery. So, but yeah, thankfully it wasn't overly sickly like butterscotch and butter brickles can be. So it was more like an apple cake with a bit of those kind of notes. So it was okay. It threw medium to high. It wouldn't be a repurchase, but it was fine. Did this sample of Sugar Plum and Mrs. Claus's cookies. So I don't think I liked this one that much, but I can't remember why. There's something about Mrs. Claus's cookies, I think, because I think I've had it before and I didn't like it then either. So I kind of got like a sweet, like plum jammy note, but I don't feel like I can smell that in the bag here, but I feel like when it was melting it was just kind of a weird cookie scent. So I don't know, I didn't love it. It threw kind of medium to high as well, so not a repurchase. Sugared lavender twist from L3. So this I really, really liked. It's so weird because I used to avoid all lavenders. I never used to melt lavender. And I still have a lot of lavender scents that I don't, I just don't love. But the L3's sugared lavender, sweet lavender, anything sweetened in lavender, I've really been enjoying. So yeah, I don't know what the other notes are to this, but it was really good. I don't even love every vendor's sweet lavender. Like some of them have this really kind of soapy, creamy scent that I do not like. But these L3 ones really good. So I want to get more of this. I really, really enjoyed it, and it was very, very strong. So big surprise for me. L3 Benny and June. So French baguettes, honey, butter, and blackberry marmalade. I really enjoy this. I have a loaf of it. I actually started on the loaf. I didn't realize I still had some of this Betty Betty loaf. Melted this in my kitchen. It's just really warm and jammy and a little spicy. Like, just adds warmth. Like, if you imagine, like, a really nice kind of homemade blackberry marmalade, I suppose. Like, it would have that kind of sort of simmering spice in it. And that's what I get. It doesn't have a very strong French baguette note, I don't think. I don't get a huge bready tone off it. Like, I do think it's there, but kind of just in the background, making it not just be a jam scent. And I think the honey butter, can give a bit of a sort of warm spice tone as well. So I really enjoy it. I get very good throw from it. The loaf is going to last me for a while, but I would probably repurchase it once that bigger loaf is done. L3 Hufflepuff. So Hufflepuff, I can't remember. It's like a pumpkin pasty scent. The first time I melted it, I think I wasn't sure how I felt about it. This time, I'm now firm I don't like Hufflepuff. It's got like that pumpkin spice scent that I don't enjoy, but it's also quite sickly sweet. So it's sort of got two things going on in it that I don't love. So yeah, I had this on in my lounge room, sorry, and it was throwing well down there, and I kind of avoided the area because I just didn't like it. I was working, so otherwise I probably would have changed it out, to be honest. So yeah, good throw, not something I will get again. Rose Girls by the Campfire. So this one is, I can't remember what notes Rose Girls list down for it. It's an oil that at least one other vendor has. Ebony Violet has it as well. So it's like blackberry, sandalwood, merlot, marshmallow, cocoa, tobacco, whiskey, some other stuff as well, maybe some amber. It's a very complex oil, and it's just great. It is pretty much the epitome of all things cozy and fall and winter to me. Like, if I had to sum up in a nutshell, like what my dream cozy weather scent is, it is by the Campfire. It's just all of those scents that I rattled off before. I can smell them all, and they blend together into this amazing, warm, just absolutely fantastic scent. So I love by the Campfire. This throws well. I have a lot of it from Ebony Violet. So I had the Rose Girls bag, and I had a souffle from Ebony Violet and a loaf. I still have the loaf, so I will melt my way through that loaf. After that, I'd get it from Rose Girls or Ebony Violet. Ebony Violet tends to throw a little bit stronger for me, so that's why I got the loaf. But the performance from this Rose Girls one was fine as well. So I'd get it from either vendor, but I'll be well stocked with Ebony Violet for now. L3 maraschino cherry birthday cake and vanilla smoothie. So this is nice. It's kind of light on scent impact, so not throw. It throws pretty well. So I had it melting in my kitchen, and I could smell it through the kitchen. It's a gentle kind of scent, you know. It's not, the maraschino cherry is not heavy by any means. You can smell it, but it's just a light kind of cakey, vanilla cakey scent with a little bit of maraschino cherry. So I enjoy it. It's nice, I think, if you want a subtle bakery. Probably if you had people around, it probably wouldn't be a bad one for that. Like I said, it threw pretty well. It was sort of medium to high. I don't think it's a repurchase, but it's nice enough. I'm really annoyed at myself about this one. So Lemon Love from L3. I've got this going in a warmer that I almost never use. So I've got a little warmer in my son's playroom. And I don't know why I threw it in there. I was hanging out with him, and I just went, I had the heater on, and I was like, I really want to melt something. So this warmer, it's a bit smaller than my normal warmers, and it is a lower wattage. I think it's like 15 watts or something, whereas the rest of my house I have 20 watt or higher hot plates. It's a hot plate as well. And I found in the past that it takes a long time to get going and to melt down, but once it melts down, it actually has thrown pretty well for me, because that playroom's not a small room, so it's held its own in there. So I put this in, but I think, sorry, I'm just like distracted by my own hair that's on my leg. Yeah, I think just it's too cold, because it just, with the temperature of it and the cold air in there, and so the wax took forever, forever to just melt down. And then I went in there a while ago, and it has melted down, but it's throwing very, very lightly, but I don't think that's the scent. So I really shouldn't have gone with a sample that I don't have any more of, and that I've been curious to figure out if I actually like it or not. This is like a lemon curd, lemon bakery lollipop scent. I can't remember all of the notes. I think it's Ashley Overley's blend. And so I still don't really know if I love it. On cold, it kind of smelled a little bit oversweet because with the lollipops and the lemon, I just felt like it was a very sweet lemon. But I was curious to see how it would go warm. So Bit annoyed at myself because I still don't know. So I might have to buy something small in it, just to sort of give it a bit more of a go. Rose Girls Rainforest Bungalows. This is Lily's Rain, Palo Santo, Cypress, Cedar, Vanilla. So this is really good. I think I've been through one other mini melter bag, and then a friend sent me this one, so I finished off 2, or 1.5, 1 3/4 bags maybe. It is really good. I've got it melting down in my lounge room at the moment. Probably not, in retrospect, the kind of scent that I was wanting to melt today, because like I said, it's been really cold. I just wanted things that make the house feel warm and cozy, and this probably isn't quite it. I do think this is more of a scent for when it's a bit warm and humid. Like it's definitely got rainforest vibes going. But I do think the woodiness from the Palo Santo and the cypress and the sort of cedar vanilla, they do anchor it there. So, but it's lovely and fresh, and like I said, it's definitely got kind of like a humidity to it, and it's got a slight vanilla, which I love. Take a scent like this and add a little bit of vanilla, and I'm in heaven. So I really enjoy it. I would get it again. This is one of my favorites from Rose Girls, and it always performs very well for me and lasts a long time. Yeah, just maybe like it's okay today, but it just, I would have preferred to be melting something, you know, more kind of cozy making down there. All right, so that's the empties. Now I'm going to do the unempties, of which you can see some here. There is a lot of wax sitting right here. So start with what I see here. So Teddy Bees Khaleesi. So this is Palo Santo, Tonka Bean, Oud Wood, Warm Vanilla Sugar and Fireside. I've raved about this scent so many times on this channel. This is an absolute favourite of mine. It is just, this is the kind of scent I would have been wanting to melt tonight. Because it's warm and fuzzy and cozy and comforting. It's just, it's kind of got a masculine vibe to it, but I feel like the warm vanilla sugar kind of, I don't know. I couldn't really explain it, but it's kind of smoky, but in a like more sort of sophisticated way. I don't know if that's quite the word, but anyway, I love it. It throws amazingly. I've got that. I've got a souffle. I'm probably good for now, but it's one I was like hounding Teddy Bees to do because I wanted more of it poured, so it's definitely always going to be a repurchase. This one I pulled straight out of my order, the forwarder stuff that arrived this week. So L3 Cafe Cubano and spiced oat milk. Because after I smelled it when I went through and did my L3 video, I went, that really smells like the kind of scent I want to be melting right now. This is amazing. This is a scent I never would have ordered, except I heard Laurie Brown talking about it a lot, and she convinced me, and I'm so glad I did. I melted it here in my office. It is just so good. It is, again, this is like just epitome of like winter, autumn, cozy melting. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what it smells like, and like spiced oat milk, I've never had a spiced oat milk, but it kind of smells like I would think a spiced oat milk would smell. But it's not like a very heavy spicy scent or anything like that. It's the closest thing I could think of that maybe could approximate what I was smelling here, even though it doesn't smell like this. I want to be very clear, it does not smell like this. But I was thinking of like a really good chai tea, like not an overly sweet one, but just that idea of like a milky, warm spiced kind of beverage. That's what this is, but obviously it does not have a chai scent. The spice mix, whatever it is, it's a lot more gentle. It doesn't really have a coffee tone. I think Cafe Cubano is a coffee scent, but I don't really get coffee vibes from it. But it just like, if I had a giant steaming mug of a drink with whatever's in this, I would be in heaven right now. So loved it. It was good throw in here. I don't know how well it will do in a bigger space, but it did fine in here. I need probably not a loaf, because again, this is a very autumn winter scent for me. But I think a scoop. I think I will be requesting a scoop poured soon, because I think a scoop would be a good quantity for me for this sort of season. So, like, insanely obsessed with that scent. L3 Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Sugar Cookie Royale, and Espresso. This one is one of my favorites. I haven't melted it for a while, but it makes me so happy. It is so perfect. I do have something similar, not exactly the same, but something kind of that reminded me of this in my customs. I think I used roasted coffee and sugared shortbread instead of Sugar Cookie Royale, but it sort of hits a similar kind of feeling of like a pumpkin pecan waffle bakery, but with a little bit of extra cookie. And the coffee is not strong. This is not a heavy coffee scent. I don't melt this on days when I'm wanting coffee. I melt this on days when I want bakery. But the coffee just adds a little bit of depth. Oh, it is so freaking good. Like, it's just incredible. Probably my favorite pumpkin pecan waffles sent from L3. Possibly from any vendor. Like, I forget sometimes until I melt it again how much I love this scent. So, throws very well. 100% will need to get it again. I mean, I'm going to test out that custom that I talked about this week, and if that one gives me the same kind of feeling, then I probably don't need to rush for this one. I mean, I've still got like a third of a loaf left anyway, but I definitely will need more of that one. It has been a good week of melting for some of these really cozy, warm scents for me. So, L3 Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Palo Santo Buttercream. This is another one that I absolutely adore. I think this is my favorite Palo Santo Pumpkin Pecan Waffles blend. Palo Santo and Pumpkin Pecan Waffles is actually a fantastic bakery, like woody bakery blend. I know there's a few different ones out there, but this one is a very good one. I've had other vendors Palo and Pumpkin Pecan Waffles before. It's always good, but something about this one, I think it's partly because I just love L3's, her Pumpkin Pecan Waffles oil, her Palo oil, and her buttercream. I think just all of those things together. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's another one, Teddy B's Beautiful Creatures, which is pecan waffles, Palo Santo, and vanilla milk. That is a really good one, but it's not as good as this. So whether it's the buttercream in this one that just oomps it a bit, or the oils, I don't know, but this one's phenomenal. It's already been a repurchase once. It will be a repurchase again. I just love that one, and it always throws well for me. VCS the Knight in Shine and Screaming Armor, sorry. So this is Pipe Smoke, Campfire Marshmallow, and Smoky Vanilla. This one's good. Let me remind myself. Yeah, it's for all of those kind of smoky, fiery notes. It is smoky, but it's not like a heavy smoke. And the smoke that comes through the most is the pipe smoke. You don't get really a lot of smoky vanilla in this. So it's kind of marshmallows and pipe smoke. So it's good. It's a good scent. I'm not like crazy about it. It sort of throws medium to high, I'd say. It doesn't feel like a repurchase, but it's nice. This one I genuinely don't remember. So Smoked Vanilla Marshmallow Fireside, Palo Santo, and Campfire Mallow from L3, and I've melted this a few times and it's just not memorable, you know. In some ways it's a bit similar to that VCS one I was just talking about, but different, much heavier smoke. It's much heavier on the smoked vanilla. I feel like it kind of gets dominated by the smoked vanilla a little bit. Smoked vanilla can overwhelm, and I do think in that one it does. Throw I think is kind of medium as well. I don't think it's a real punchy kind of scent, so that one's not a repurchase. This one I think is turning into my new obsession. So St. Valentine from Teddy B's. This is pink sugar, Earl Grey tea, balsam fir, and sweet vanilla cream. I am obsessed with this one. It is just such a me scent. It is just amazing. I definitely get a balsam, like a tree note. So, but it's not like overwhelmingly tree-like. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a vanilla balsam, but with quite a strong tea note. Yeah, so I think some of the And then a very unique kind of sweet note from the pink sugar. I don't know, but it's just, yeah, trees and tea and just all things I love. Great throw on this one as well. It is a fantastic throwing scent. 100% will get this one again. It is fantastic. I see myself going through that tub probably quite quickly. I'm trying to work out if that's my computer making noise or if it's raining outside. Miracle on 34th Street from L3. So Whitewoods, Vanilla Lace, Golden Amber. I really like this one. It's really pretty. It is a very pretty scent. It's more, I'd say, Vanilla Lace than White Woods. There's just a touch of woods to it. But the Golden Amber, I think, is what makes it. Because Vanilla Lace on its own, it's okay for me. But I think the Golden Amber is what makes this so nice for me. Yeah, I don't know, something like Golden Amber, Vanilla Lace together. It's really good. This one throws sort of medium to high. I would get it again. I really like it. Teddy Bees, Anthony's Cabin. So this one is birch leaves, citrus peel, pine cones, white florals, vetiver, sandalwood, and woods. So this one mostly smells like silver birch and vetiver. I'd be almost certain that that isn't... Oops, sorry, kicked the phone. I'd be almost certain that isn't oil in here. There could be extra citrus and extra pine. Yeah, I'd say there probably is extra citrus. And there might be other stuff too, but it just feels like a slightly more piney, citrusy silver birch and vetiver. So I really enjoy it, but I do feel like it's maybe not quite different enough to silver birch and vetiver for me to be like, whoa, that is a massively unique scent. But I really enjoy it. It's a good sort of medium to high. Like, it's not like an absolute powerhouse, but it filled my lounge room really nicely. I really enjoy it. Again, I don't know if it's a repurchase because I have other silver birch and vetiver blends that are a little bit more unique. So I'd probably go for those instead of that. Blueberry muffin and roasted coffee from L3. So this is fantastic. I love her roasted coffee oil. It is my favorite coffee oil. This is now probably tied for favorite blueberry bakery with Super Tart Zeus. Super Tart Zeus is blueberry, cornbread, coffee, and vanilla ice cream. I mean, that one, it's obviously got a different coffee, bakery note, a little bit sweeter from the vanilla, but this one is perfectly balanced. It's kind of, to me, it's equally kind of blueberry muffin and coffee. They blend so beautifully. It was just amazing. Great throw on this. 100% would get it again because I just loved it. And I love a good blueberry coffee scent, sorry. L3 cinnamon sugar donuts, espresso fresh baked bread. Very much enjoy this one. I really like cinnamon sugar. Cinnamon is not a huge favorite of mine in wax, but cinnamon sugar I really enjoy. It's kind of a nice kind of warming spice, and her fresh baked bread is really good. It's kind of equal part. I feel like that kind of warm cinnamon sugar donut scent is sort of what I get the most, but I get a good dose of the bread and the espresso as well. So yeah, I really enjoy that one a little bit more than I thought I would actually. I think I was a bit skeptical about it, but this one turned out really well. It throws very strongly down. I had it in my lounge room. It did very well down there. I don't feel like any big quantities of it, but I would get it again. I think it was good. Palo Santo, Abalone, and warm vanilla sugar from L3. I don't know what it is about this blend, but the throw is not there. And it makes no sense to me because I have had all of those three scents in other blends, and from L3, and they have never not thrown for me before. So I don't get it. It smells good, kind of like a aquatic-y, like almost like an oceanic kind of soap, but with a bit of a kick, like an interesting kind of woodsy twist with the Palo. But it really, I'm melting it in here at the moment. I can't smell anything at the moment. I got a little bit of like a kind of light cologne, oceanic cologne scent earlier, but that was it. So I do not know what is wrong with this loaf or what is wrong with me, but just the throw is almost non-existent. So yeah, I thought last time I think I melted it down in the lounge room, so I thought maybe that's too big of a space. I'll give it a go down here. It really hasn't improved it. So Rocky Horror from Super Tart. So this is white pumpkin, teakwood, lilac, agave, and fern. I'm probably missing some notes there. It's one of my favorite scents. It's one of the few floral scents I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's kind of a little bit fresh, a little bit woodsy. It is quite floral, but I don't know, something about the lilac floral, it's just fantastic. And I think the fern is just a green note that, yeah, it just amps up the atmosphere of this one. Like, this one's a little bit like a garden in a greenhouse. I don't know, like flowers in a greenhouse. It's got just a little bit of that sort of, yeah, that kind of humidity to it. I absolutely love it. Always throws really well for me. I have more of it, but it's always a repurchase, I think. Teddy Bees Jon Snow. So this is Palo Santo flannel sheets, creamy vanilla and mint. This is the second time I've owned this one. The first time I remember I liked it, didn't love it. This time, I don't know, it had been a while since I last owned it, so I thought I want to give it another go. My feelings are the same. I like it, I don't love it. Flannel sheets is a bit of a hit and miss scent to me. It can be quite of a, I feel like it's quite a harsh kind of masculine cologne sort of scent. And I do get a lot of that. It is softened a little bit with the vanilla and the mint, but maybe not enough. Yeah, like, I like my kind of masculine scents to be sort of fuzzy and warm and cozy, and this one is kind of cold and harsh, if that makes sense. So I don't mind it, but I don't love it. It does throw quite well, but yeah, I think now I've realised I'm not a Jon Snow lover. I'm sorry. L3 Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Cider Lane, Mallow Fireside, and Blackberries. I remember when I first got this loaf, I wasn't all that impressed with it, but I really enjoyed it this time. I don't have much left of it, not because I've melted a bunch of it, but I think I actually cut it in half and sent half to somebody else, put it in like a D-stash, because there just wasn't that. I think because this one, when I first got it, I was really expecting the Pumpkin Pecan Waffles to come out, and it didn't. But this time around melting it, it actually did. I could smell Pumpkin Pecan Waffles quite a bit. And then a beautiful sweet cider. Not really, I don't really get the fireside of Mallow Fireside, but a really lovely blackberry note. The only thing I'll say about this is I do think it disappeared pretty quickly. Because I came out to the lounge room and I was like, oh, this smells amazing. And then I think it was a couple of hours after that and I think it was gone. So, yeah, not sure what that was about. Maybe I went nose blind to it or something. So I'll try it in a different space another day. But loved it. I do think I would possibly get that one again. I really enjoyed it. Dessa's Season of Snow. So this is Winter Pepperberry, Siberian Fir, Cedarwood, Vanilla Birch, and Vanilla Bean Noel type. I love this scent. This is so nice. I melted it up here in my office. It is... I had on the tip of my tongue what it reminds me of, because there is a scent that it reminds me of, but... Oh, it reminds me of Cranberry Woods, but with a sweeter berry. Yeah, I do. I feel like there is a... When I say it reminds me of that, there's way more vanilla. There's way more, like, it is quite different, but just that, you know, slightly woody, tree-like berry. Yeah, I feel it just reminds me of that. It is not the same. It reminds me of that. Maybe if you took, it might be reminding me of like a vanilla balsam Cranberry Woods blend, because I have done that. I think that was a little bit sweeter and a little bit heavier on the sort of sweet vanilla than this, but maybe sort of similar to that. But still, absolutely love it. Really unique because that pepperberry. I've never really smelled that, but it's a quite unique berry scent. Medium throw, I'd say, or medium to high. It does pretty well in here. Like, I could definitely smell it. I don't think this one does amazingly in bigger spaces, but I'm happy to keep this in the bedrooms or in the office. So love it. Definitely will get more of that one. Teddy Bees, Winterfell, Vanilla Balsam and Magic in the Air. So this is a layered blend of Winterfell, which is Marshmallow, Fireside, Palo Santo, White Birch, Icy Snow, Vanilla Balsam type, Magic in the Air type. This one was kind of disappointing. All I could really smell was Vanilla Balsam. I don't know where, because I am a big fan of Winterfell. In fact, I really probably should melt it again soon. It's hard to sort of get a read of it cold because it's layered. Like, if I smell this layer, I smell one thing. If I smell that layer, I smell another. But melted, I don't know, because it was weird because Winterfell is not like a weak scent by any means. I will say, just looking at the, I don't know, so the pink layer has the most by quite a way. Like, it's 50% the pink layer. And then the green layer is like more than 50% of, like, yeah, the blue layer doesn't have very much. So I don't know if maybe the Winterfell is that top layer and that's why there was like, maybe she did that so it wouldn't overpower. And I don't really know what Magic in the Air was meant to smell like. But anyway, it really did just smell like maybe a slightly woodier Vanilla Balsam. So it threw well, but I think it did kind of die off sort of quick. But yeah, I don't need to get that one again. I was a bit disappointed in that one. Teddy Bees, Fresh Summer Woods. So this is Cottonwood, Driftwood, Orange Blossom, Vanilla, and Crisp Airy Undertones. This one is a like, it's not a love. It definitely has a very strong, like, fabric softener vibe. Like, this one smells like if you created a fabric softener to try to smell like woods, then that's what this smells like. Granted, I think I saw someone talking about cottonwood and how it smelled really reminiscent because they've smelled like cottonwood. I'm not familiar with cottonwood, so maybe that cottonwood smells like fabric softener to me. So it's nice. It's quite warm but summery as well. So it's sort of fresh but warm at the same time. Like, so I liked it, but yeah, a little bit too much leaning on the laundry side for me. But still, I enjoyed it. Don't think it's going to be a repurchase when I'm done, but I will enjoy melting the rest of it. Vintage Chic Scents Exile. Oh, I'm really struggling with that label. Palo Santo, Cashmere, Cedar, and Library Books. So this is good, I think. Yeah, you get quite a sharp library note. On cold anyway. Warmed up. I feel like I don't remember it that well, and I had it in the bedroom, so I would have gone into it in bed at bedtime. But I feel like I remember going in and thinking, oh yeah, that smells kind of nice, but I can't remember what it smelled like. Yeah, it's kind of a sharp, musty, woody scent. I don't really get Cashmere Cedar, I think is the main thing about this one. Because Cashmere Cedar is kind of sweet, smooth, tree-like, but slightly body care-like scent, and I don't really smell that. So it's good. I don't know if it's a repurchase. I think it was throwing pretty well in those bedrooms, but for how long, I don't know. L3 Blueberry Cobbler Fresh Baked Bread. So I really love this one. It's just, her fresh baked bread is amazing. It's quite a strong blueberry scent. It does have a very strong blueberry tone to it, but the bread comes through quite strongly too. So yeah, this is delicious. It's one of my favourite blueberry bread scents. I always enjoy it. It always throws well. I would get that one again. It's really good. God, I feel like I have so much wax to get through still. Vintage Chic Scents Martha and Snoop. So this one is zucchini bread, vanilla butter fudge, cupcakes at Tiffany's, and brown sugar. This is fantastic. It's one of those scents where, you know, some scents get really hyped up on YouTube and or elsewhere, and this is one of those sorts of scents. I will always buy a hyped up scent because I am a hype monster, right? Like, I'm not going to deny that I will buy things even if I don't know if I'm going to love them, but just because everyone else seems to. But I will always be honest if they don't work out for me. There is definitely some scents that are really hyped up that I just don't love. This one is great. The first few times I melted it though, I was having issues with the throw. I tried it in my lounge room. I tried it in a few different spaces here in the office, and it just wasn't performing. But this time it did really well. So I have two, well, I don't know. One theory is that it just needed an excessively long cure time. It was poured in December. It's now June. Maybe it needed 6 months to cure. I don't know, because it wasn't that long ago that I melted it and it was still not doing so well. So it doesn't, cure time tends to improve wax incrementally over time. I don't find that it just goes bam, pop, and all of a sudden the scent's perfect. The other possibility is that it just needed the right space to melt in. So this time around, I think I melted it in my kitchen. So I've tried it in my lounge room, I've tried it in the bedrooms, tried it in the office. This time I did it in my kitchen. So sometimes I find VCS can be a little bit Goldilocks-like. Like it just has to have the perfect warmers in the perfect place, in the perfect room, at the perfect temperature. With, you know, like you just have to have all of these factors right for it to work. Not for every scent, but for some scents I find that sort of seems to be the case. And maybe that's it for this one, but for this scent I'm more than happy to do the work because it is so freaking good. It's just comforting, sweet, rich, delicious bakery. Nothing stands out in particular. It is just amazing. And the only difference between this and the Martha Stewart scent is the brown sugar. The brown sugar just amplifies it. Like, I like Martha Stewart, that scent, but this one is like in a whole nother book, like a whole nother zone. It's just so good. So definitely we'll get more of it. And then, I don't know, keep playing around with it until I figure out what the magic recipe is to get it to throw like that all of the time. Hayden Row Driftwood. So this is nice. This is a nice, it's quite an interesting scent. It's a lot more than just like driftwood. It smells quite incense-like to me. And it smells like it's got like kind of a polished amber tone to it. Yeah, it's not very woody at all to me, if I'm being honest. I kind of smell incense and amber and yeah, so I really enjoy it, but it doesn't really, you know, strike me as driftwoody. Throws very well. I might get it again, like I like it, but yeah, it's just, it intrigues me, that one. Savannah Blue Santa Baby with the label falling off. So this is Palo Santo Sugar Cookie Birthday Cheesecake Cake Potato Ice Cream. This I love. I do need to finish this loaf off though, because the throw is definitely, the performance is definitely falling away on this one. So I remember when I first got it, it used to be good throw. Now I'd say it's kind of light to medium. And I do have a couple of bricks of this in my drawer down there. And they smell much stronger on cold now than this one does. It's so delicious though. Like, I mean, I love a good Palo Santo bakery, but this one with just cheesecake is so warm, so delicious. It's not like a sour cheesecake. It's just absolutely perfect. So, love Santa Baby. We'll keep repurchasing it, but won't get a loaf again, because this is 18 months old now. I would like my wax to last longer than 18 months, if I'm perfectly honest, but it is what it is. I'll just buy it in smaller amounts so that I, you know, don't have it sitting around. I will use it or lose it, I suppose. Dessa's Blueberry Pumpkin Waffles. So this is pumpkin waffles, sweet blueberry syrup, and melted butter. This is really good. I've tried a few blueberry pumpkin pecan waffle scents now. I think my two favorites are, pardon me, there's the Teddy Bees one, which I also melted this week, and then this Dessa's one. I've tried other ones. Sometimes they're a bit too sickly. I don't know. They're just it's surprisingly a tricky blend to get right, I think. But Dessa's is a good one. It actually doesn't have much blueberry at all. It is blueberry light. It is mostly that pumpkin pecan waffles and syrup. So it's quite Yeah, it's quite waffly and syrupy, so you have to be in the mood for that kind of thing, but I really like it, and it's just got a little pop of blueberry. Always throws well for me. Definitely a repurchase. I think I have another bar of that one in the storage somewhere. So Teddy B's Blueberry Cheesecake Waffles. So this one's my other favourite. So blueberries, creamy cheesecake, butter pecan waffles, and maple syrup. It's just amazing. I feel like I cut it oddly though. What did I do there? I've just got these two. I thought that I cut it into thirds, but I've just kind of got like a couple little corners left. Or maybe I did. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I shouldn't carry on about that. This video is going to run on forever. This one is amazing because of the cheesecake note, honestly. Like, I love the blueberry and the butter pecan waffles, but the cheesecake just absolutely makes this into something amazing. So creamy and so delicious. Just phenomenal. Great throw. Forever a repurchase. I've got like 2 more bags of these little shapes. I wish I had a loaf, but here's what it is. Teddy B's Modern Farmhouse. So this is Tonka and Oud, Vanilla Birch, and Egyptian Amber. I really, really like this one. I think it's the Tonka and Oud, because Khaleesi has Tonka and Oud as well, and I really enjoy that one too. Yeah, and there's a similar kind of just warm, fuzzy, kind of woody, but cologne-like vibe to it, which I really enjoy. This one is cleaner and a bit drier. But still, I really, really like that one. I do kind of consider that to be in a similar family to Khaleesi. So, it doesn't have the same kind of smokiness that Khaleesi does. But still, love it. Great, very strong throw. That one's super strong, actually. And I would get that one again. I have another souffle of that one. L3 Banana Nut Bread. Today's October 3rd. With today's October 3rd. Sorry, I just kicked it. Just kicked it again. Sorry. It's not a... So I do have a tripod, and then I've got a bar stool. Like, this is my new setup in my office. To get the camera to a decent height, I have it sitting on a bar stool, which is working quite well in terms of this. But when I go to adjust my legs, I go and I put my foot on the bar stool and I nearly knock it over. So Palo Santo Toasted Mallow Sugar Cookie Royale. That's today's October 3rd. So I had this in a sample. This is not a scent I would have normally gone out of my way for. But I got it in a sample and I really enjoyed it. I'm not a big banana wax fan. Like, it all smells like banana cream pie no matter what to me, and I just don't like it. But this one in the sample, I enjoyed a lot more than I thought I would. Like, the kind of woody, warm, today's October 3rd came through more. And there was just a light kind of banana nut bread thing going on. And I liked that. I'm not sure if it's just my nose at the moment, or if it's this is poured slightly differently to that sample, or... it just does differently because it's a scoop. I don't know, but this one probably leaned a little bit too much in the banana. So yeah, I did end up changing that one out. I didn't hate it, but yeah, it was just a little bit too banana-y. So I might be able to, I do have a scoop of today's October 3rd. Next time what I might do is I might add more today's October 3rd and see how that goes. So yeah, it threw well, but yeah, I don't think that's a repurchase. I did melt today's October 3rd by itself. So, I haven't melted this one solo in a long time. I kind of got over today's October 3rd. Like, I went crazy on all of the Palo Santo bakery scents. And after a while, today's October 3rd just kind of, I don't know, it just wasn't wowing me. I will say it's probably not a summer scent for me. I think I tried to melt it in the warmer months and I didn't love it, because I melted it this week and I was in heaven. So yeah, I don't know if I just needed a break or if the weather needed to be right or whatever, but just cozy, sweet, woody, warm, bakery amazingness. Loved it. I will try not to overdo it because, like I said, I got over it for quite some time. But yeah, really, really enjoyed it this time around. Really good throw in here. It probably always is going to be a repurchase, to be honest, because I do like having it on hand, like to add into blends, or occasionally, you know, to melt solo and really enjoy it. So I do think it is a kind of a staple, but it's just not, like, I don't need loads and loads of it. Like, that scoop has lasted me a while, and it will probably continue going for a while. Because I get a lot of blends like that, right? Like I've got a lot of Palo Bakery now. Dessa's Homespun Scents Pumpkin Bonfire. So this one is pumpkin puree, sweet cream, cinnamon, hickory smoke. So I melted this one in the afternoon because of the smokiness. But the whole time I was like, because I'm cold, it smells very hickory smoky with like a bit of creaminess and a bit of pumpkin. But when it was melting, it felt like pumpkin bakery. And I just have this thing, I melt bakery in the morning. That is when I melt bakery. So every time I walked into the bedroom, it was just kind of throwing me because I was like, this is the afternoon, why is this? So yeah, next time I melt this in the morning. It was okay. I don't think I liked it as much as I thought I would. I think the pumpkin came out a little bit too strong on warm compared to cold. And I'm just not the biggest pumpkin fan, so it was okay, but it wasn't fantastic. It threw well. It was quite strong actually. I don't think I need to get it again, but it was okay. Empire Alchemy pumpkin spice frosted oatmeal cookies. So vanilla frosting, clove, pumpkin spice, and oatmeal cookies. So this was okay. This is not my type of scent. I don't love clove. Like clove is just a spice that I'm not a big fan of. I'm just kicking the thing again. I don't love pumpkin spice. So look, as far as the pumpkin spice scent goes, this is done about as well as it could be ever done. So yeah, it was okay. It was tolerable. It's just not really my kind of scent. It threw well, but yeah, I wouldn't purchase that one again. Dessa's Homespun Scents Fall in New England. So this is fresh brewed latte, buttery pumpkin caramel sauce, and cinnamon streusel. So this one, when I first went down and smelled it, I was like, oh, like it was a smack in the face of over strong coffee and just spice. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a disaster. Like, because I don't love like really overpowering coffee scents, and I don't love spice with coffee, and I don't know. But then either my nose settled into it or it settled, but it got much better. I feel like that kind of, that buttery tone that it's talking about, and that streusel, so that kind of more like a buttery pumpkin bakery started to come through. And it was actually really good. In the end, I really did enjoy this. It took a little while for me to get there, but when I got there, I really liked it. And the coffee definitely dialed down. So I quite liked it. I don't know if it's going to be a repurchase. Very strong throw. It was like, I had it in my bedrooms and it was like pushing out the bedrooms. That's kind of, I went walking down the hallway and that's when I got smacked in the face by it. So, yeah, maybe not a repurchase, but I think I will keep using that on these really cold mornings because I do think it's a nice house warmer. Sorting hat from L3. So this is Smells Like Breakfast in the Great Hall, sweet apple, cinnamon, pecan waffles, and rich vanilla syrup. So I was definitely holding on to this one for colder weather. I bought this like sort of during winter, like US winter. But yeah, it was definitely holding on to it for now because it smells quite sickly, but it was quite nice. I quite enjoyed it. It doesn't have a lot of apple. I feel like I get pumpkin pecan waffles and vanilla syrup and just a little bit of apple and cinnamon. Yeah, just a touch of apple. It's really not a very appley scent. It's very much more syrup and pecan waffles. So I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite pumpkin pecan waffles blend, but it was really nice. It was really good for the colder weather. Threw really well. I don't know if it's a repurchase, but I'll enjoy the rest of it. Teddy Bees Campfire Stories. So this one is Ooey Gooey S'mores, Cold Night Winds, and Sweet Vanilla Woods. So I just ran out of steam. This is good. I don't like it as much as I used to. I remember I used to be absolutely in love with this scent when I first got it, and then I don't think I've melted it for 6 months or so. I got it in June 2020, so it's a couple of years old now. But still, it always reminded me, it always made me think of like a winter mountain version of beach nights. Probably doesn't make any sense, but just this, you get a similar kind of s'mores tone, and then like the kind of salty air is replaced by like a fresher, slightly tree-like air. I don't know if it's cure time or if it's just my nose, but I feel like I get more of a spice profile from this. Yeah, I definitely smell like, it's not like a heavy or a cinnamony spice, but just something spiced. And I don't know where that's coming from. So, and I feel like I never used to smell that. So maybe cure time has brought that out. Maybe it's just my nose. I don't know. So, look, I really enjoyed it. It throws very strongly. This is still a very strong throwing scent. I don't think I need to repurchase it. I feel like I got my enjoyment out of it. I'm probably ready to move on, but I still like it. It's still a good scent. Vintage Chic Scents Coal Miner's Daughter. So this is a blueberry cobbler and cornbread. This I really like. This is a really good blueberry bakery scent. It's probably not particularly unique. So the other blueberry cornbread scent that I really enjoy is Beast from Super Tarts, and that one, I probably like that one a little bit more, but this one is still really good. I just kicked it again. Sorry. I'm like doing all the things. I'm kicking it. I'm probably making a lot of noise. I'm looking at this instead of that. And yeah, anyway. This I think is stronger blueberry. But still, it's really nice. She's got a really nice buttery cornbread. It throws well. Possibly a repurchase. I'm not sure. Teddy Bee's Whispering Woods. So this is Noble Fir, Pine Needle, Cedar, Smoldering Woods, and Sandalwood. I love this. This is so freaking good. It smells... I feel like Smoldering Woods is accurate. I get 100% like, not like a fire, but just a smoldering tone. Like, it really... I think of like Smoldering Woods, but I also think of like, you know, digging really deep into a pile, like a very tall pile of like leaves and pine needles and just like that really, yeah, just an amazing deep tree-like scent. It's very hard to describe, but it is very amazing. It's a very strong throwing scent. Definitely will get more. I've got another souffle of it. I will get more of it when that runs out, or maybe before, because I just love it. L3 Cookie Therapy. So this is Santo's on Keto Pretzel Sugar Shortbread. So I really enjoy Cookie Therapy, although I will admit this time I put it on in the bedroom. I think it was the day I was quite busy with work, and I don't think I went back. I don't think I went and smelled it. But still, something about it I really like. I don't normally like pretzel scents, but in this, it works for me. I couldn't tell you why. It just does. It's a really delicious, yeah, I don't know, like, it's just a delicious bakery scent on its own or as a blender. I feel like there are other scents that are kind of in this category that tend to either lean too toffee or too salty or too, like they're not my kind of favourite bakery, but this one I really like. And it throws well. I don't know how it threw this time because I didn't smell it, but it normally throws well. The Farmer's Daughter Hallows Eve. So this is Pumpkin Pecan, Waffles, and Crackling Birch. This one is good. So it's a good mix of Pumpkin Pecan, Waffles, and Crackling Birch. The Crackling Birch is nearly always an overwhelming scent, so that one you smell the most. But it is definitely sweeter. You definitely can smell the Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. I don't know if I always love Farmer's Daughter's Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, but here it's fine. So I feel like sometimes it's a little bit spiced, and I don't like that. But yeah, really good throw on that. Repurchase, I don't know. Probably not, because I have Crackling Birch here and I could make that combo. It was like there was nothing in that was like, oh, I wouldn't be able to replicate that, you know. Zucchini bread, cinnamon, zucchini bread, caramel, apple, cinnamon, sugar. This is freaking amazing. A keep feeling like I need to order more of it now, like I'm going to run out. I've got one more chunk, and then my brain is very rapidly shutting down here. Like a little bit more in here. So I've basically got one chunk. I don't know why it took me a minute to spit that out. So I think I have ordered a zucchini bread caramel apple from L3. But I think it's the cinnamon sugar that makes this one really magical. And I don't normally like apple scents with caramel, but I really like caramel apple. At least blended with bakery. Maybe not on its own, but blended with bakery. This is just warm and spicy and comforting with a bit of a pop of apple. It is just so freaking good. This is a custom, but it wasn't my custom. I think it was someone else's custom. I bought it as overpour, and then I requested it for one of my own customs because it was so good. So love it. I think the plan is use this up this season, and then because it's definitely an autumn winter scent, and then when autumn comes around, fall pre-orders and all the rest, I'll request it again and get some then, because it's just amazing. I'm going to run over an hour again. I hate it when I do that. I'm sorry. Just waffling. L3 Waxy Wonders, Beechwood Vetiver, Brown Sugar Fig, Sandalwood Warm Vanilla Sugar. I normally really love this, and I did enjoy it this time around, but when I was melting it in the lounge room, I mostly got the Beechwood Vetiver this time. Normally, it's this amazing, warm mix of these scents, and it's kind of perfume-like, but I've also never smelt anything like it. And that's what it smells like right here. But something about it melting this time, it literally, all I could smell was the Beechwood Vetiver. So I'm hoping that was just my nose last night, and that it hasn't cured into something, that the Beechwood hasn't just overpowered everything else. Because I love this. It is just so unique. It is such a unique mix. So very strong throw. As long as it the blend does what I want, brain. As long as next time I melt it, the Beechwood Vetiver does not overwhelm, then yes, I would get that again. If the Beechwood Vetiver keeps just taking over, then I won't. Make sense? Sorry. Ebony Violet Blackberry Amber. So this is juicy blackberries, caramel, vanilla, amber, and musk. I love this scent. I've had it from a few different vendors now, I think. So I think the first time I ever tried it was from Sassy Girl Aroma in a blend. And then I had it from Rose Girls. I've had a bag of it. I went through it, loved it there. Loved it here, and now I have a scoop from Scoopable. So when I finish this, I will do the scoop from Scoopable. It smells the same at every vendor. It is a single oil. Smells so good. It's just an amazing perfumey blackberry. Bit musky. Get a good dose of amber. It is just amazing. I love it. It's a strong performer. It's a great blackberry scent for this time of year. So I will continue repurchasing it. I'm not fussed which vendor I get it from, because it performs the same at all of them. It smells the same at all of them. It's just, yeah. Marshmallow Donut Woods from Empire Alchemy. So this is Fresh Woods, Campfire Marshmallows, and Vanilla Crumb Donut. I really enjoyed this time. Last time I melted this was summer. I don't know why, but it kind of put me off because there was a spice to it which I wasn't expecting. Which I'm guessing is the Vanilla Crumb Donut. Like donut scents tend to have like cinnamon. But I've had a Vanilla Crumb Donut before separately, and I didn't get a spice from that. So I was a bit confused by it. It's not even a heavy spice. There's just a really lovely warmth to it. So today I had this in here this morning. It was amazing because this is just the perfect weather for it. But there's just something a bit cloying and heavy about it in summertime. I think I was expecting more of a fresh woods from it, but it's actually more of a donut marshmallow with a little bit of woods. So yeah, loved it today. It was just exactly what I wanted. It threw really well and for a really long time. I do want to get that one again, but probably only a small quantity and only for this time of year. Super Tarts, Palo Santo, Sage and Blackberry. This was really good. When it first started melting, it was a little bit too sagey. Like, it was very herbal. Like, you got all of it. You got the Palo and the Blackberry, but the sage was kind of abrasive. So I wasn't sure about it at first, but after an hour or so, the sage toned down, and then it just turned into a really nice, slightly herbal Palo blackberry. So I really enjoyed it. Sorry, I am looking in the wrong spot now. I'm just tired. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's a repurchase. Well, I mean, I will have another clam of it because I ordered all of the Palo scents in clams. It threw well, but yeah, I don't think I need to get it again after that. In my bedrooms at the moment, I have Rain from Super Tarts. So this is Rain, Cucumber, Sandalwood, Ozone, Sugar Cubes. I love this, but it is the wrong scent to be melting at this time of year. It's just, this is super crisp and fresh and refreshing. And that is exactly the sort of scent I want when the weather's warm and I want to cool. It feels like it cools the room down. And that is the exact opposite of what I want at the moment. So I have no idea why I put it on. I think I got it confused with Your Highness, which is like a cannabis flower rain scent. And that one, because it's got like, I think it's got some patchouli and stuff, it's a bit warmer, and I think I thought I was putting that one on instead of this one. So yeah, I really like this one. It's got a bit of sweetness. It's got that cucumber. Like, I love it, but I'm not loving it right now. It's very strong as well. So I'm hoping it kind of have died down by the time I go to bed, because I don't know if I want to be going to sleep to that. Savannah Blue Saucy Santa. So this is vanilla bourbon, pipe smoke, and sugar cookie. This didn't seem to throw. I had it in the bedrooms this morning. It smells good. It's very vanilla bourbony, but the pipe smoke is nice and the cookies are nice, but I could not smell anything in those rooms. So not a repurchase for that. I did Mr. Myers from Super Tarts, which is Fall Leaves Campfire Vanilla Bean with blue sugar. Love this combo. This is so good. I forget how much I love Mr. Myers because of the Fall Leaves. I need to melt it on its own. Her Fall Leaves is amazing. It's just, no other vendor has a Fall Leaf scent like Super Tarts. And I need to get more of her blue sugar too. Her blue sugar is my favourite. I have other vendor blue sugars, but I feel like hers is a little bit sweeter, maybe slightly more of a caramel note. Just less of a harsh masculine scent that some blue sugars are. So yeah, hers is just my favourite blue sugar. So these two, phenomenal together, great throw. Will repurchase both of them. I need to remind myself about Mike Myers because I leave it, I don't melt it much, and every time I do, I love it. The Fog from DCS, sorry, I don't have many left. Sweet dark spices, smoky patchouli, cedarwood, violet, cinnamon, clove. I definitely saved this for cold weather because I could not melt this in any other way. It's not bad. It's quite complex. I think I would have really loved it, but for the clove. I just don't love clove. It was just in there lingering. It wasn't too strong, so the scent was nice, but there was just that clove that just irritated me, you know? But yeah, really complex, smoky, spicy, deep scent. Good throw. Probably not a repurchase because of the clove. I did cranberry marmalade and French baguette. So L3 Super Tarts. Really love this. I love L3's cranberry marmalade. Sorry, it is just, I did a custom with it. It's just perfectly sharp, sweet, delicious. Not sickly, but, you know, just amazing. I haven't melted it on its own. I probably could melt it on its own and enjoy it, but I do feel like a bakery anchor on this one makes sense. And I enjoyed it with the French baguette. I initially started off with like half of a cube, and then I think I went up to a full cube because I just wanted a bit more for that French baguette scent. And it didn't change things too much, but it just amped up the bakery ratio a bit. So great combo. I would repurchase the cranberry marmalade. I don't know about Super Tarts French Baguette. I like it, but I just don't reach for it very often. And the last scent, and I don't really have much to say about it because I don't think it's throwing very well. Ugly Sweater Party from L3. So Sweater Weather Vanilla Oak and Hinted Bourbon. It's going in my kitchen at the moment, but I just don't think... It smells really nice, like the woodiness and the bourbon. It smells great, but... yeah, in my kitchen I really wasn't smelling much, so probably not a repurchase. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm so tired. Yeah, I feel like you can probably see it. Like, I feel like I'm not focusing on anything, so like my eyes are drifting. So hopefully you're all doing really well, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.